Welcome again to my channel, LR Retro. Now, we will review the next chapter of Grappler Baki, the prehistoric Pickle arc. It's the chapter where Hanma Baki faced the prehistoric man with a head-on brawl. Will Baki stand a chance against Pickle in a battle of brute strength? Let's find out. But first, please know that you can buy the new Grappler Baki volume collections, Baki the Grappler Season 1 and 2 DVDs, and Bandai's Grappler Baki figurine on the link on the description below. By buying, you can help the channel grow and release more Baki videos. Please subscribe and let's begin. The chapter starts inside the Karakuan underground arena. The prehistoric man is currently standing at the edge of the arena. In running, to get the best run, a good stance is needed. This stance is quite old. In the pre-war Olympics, at the start of the sprint, there was a runner who used this stance form. The history of the sprint is Ruan-A. The use of how far forward the body is while it keeps horizontally close to the ground. In modern times, this form has been reduced to its bare minimum. You can see matching to this form in yoga. The need and use of the starter instrument is to help make the approach of the recovery leap horizontally. But of course, it is not horizontally. Today, finally, mankind, who appeared to run the start of the horizontal. It's only him. The fastest human being who used this was not a modern man. And the opponent is Hanma Baki. Only 1 second or less till contact. The Chinese martial arts teacher, Master Retsukayo, talked about the state of the battle at that time. What he felt. To describe in words the long battle. I felt so much in that moment. I see. The chalky ancient times. How the ways of Pickle had been. Sometimes, using the power of the trees. Sometimes, using the power of the rocks. With these, he used to stop the beast in those times. The 5-ton beasts. I felt at the same time. Baki-san's tread is. Baki-san's weight is a decent 70 kilograms, and I have more over 100 kilograms. How my body fare against Pickle at that moment. How Fumitoto merit to hold one's ground did nothing to help then. And the conditions are much more severe than when I started from the ground horizontally. This game. Are they looking to settle it here? Less than 1 second in an instant. Why did I consider it? Well, if you compare. If you were to take the finest curry and rice and ate it one bite at a time to taste properly. Vacant. Salty. Sweet. A slight sourish smell. Rich. To sense the small ingredients. The spices. To do all those things carefully should take no less than 10 minutes. But what you need to understand is, the events I speak of only lasted about 10 seconds. That was why we were surprised. What shocked me was, there was Baki-san standing, as if all frozen up. This stance was his solution. He remained standing to take Pickle head on. He has reached a decent form. Taking the attack without hesitation. However, the one in trouble was Pickle. He flew. But it was not just that he went flying. He's literally in the air. High. Far. He flew. He took flight. And crashed outside the arena. The spectators then commented. A throw? What else? I don't know. It gives a high sled effect. Which in Baki's behavior works like the motion such as warding off flies. There is no type of move in Aikido and Jiu-Jitsu. Pickle, who has over 200 kilograms in body mass, to be sent flying to ceiling height with such an offhand movement must have hurt his pride. At that time, Hanayama is really surprised saying, "Awesome. Pickle. That is outrageous." He started worrying about Pickle instead of Baki. The Son of Ogre then commented, "Truly, just what I expect from the strongest in the Cretaceous period." Then Takugawa questioned, "Why? The person who got thrown was Pickle. So, why aren't you complimenting Baki? The one who threw him?" I don't understand it completely. But there was one thing I did comprehend. The power that comes forth in contrast to the advancing power. The weaker that power is to force out to the sides. When a person gets shot, if the bullet enters through the stomach, it will either leave through the side or through the shoulder. Once the bullet is within the body, it is then becoming influenced by all the collisions. Whether it is either soft leaves or skin. With the right conditions, even a single flimsy leaf can change the direction of a bullet. The shot. The characteristics of a bullet. Which is why with a soft wave of the hand, Pickle flew away so high. That is what Hanayama noticed. When I heard his words, I remembered an event. 1964 in USA Miami, Florida. Pro Boxing World Heavyweight Championship. Sonya Liston vs Cassius Clay. Liston's right hand straight gets parried by Cassius Clay, causing brutal damage to Liston's right shoulder. Clay's parrying was just too fierce, is what the people watching had said. But the specialists knew that was not true. But the truth is, the one who should receive praise is Liston for his fist's incredible hydraulic power. So fierce that the little parrying could dislocate his shoulder. All of a sudden, we saw Hanma Baki urinating at the side of the battlefield. Everyone became confused. He then marked every corner of the arena. The prehistoric man looks really worried for the first time. Baki then said, "How was that? I just managed to mark all 8 sides. While you're cowering and hiding up there. I claimed your territory as my own." They then commented, "What a thing to do. Is he crazy?" Then we see Hanayama Kaoru laughing at Baki's action. Without hiding his emotions, Pickle quickly jumps after Baki's provocation, landing in the arena with an extreme amount of force. The prehistoric man is now really angered. He's about to face Baki with all his prehistoric strength. Baki then said, "That is enough for the tricks. T-Rex. Triceratops. Pteranodon. Maybe I overdid it a little too much. Let's get back to the main reason for battle. As 2 humans. As 2 Homo sapiens. Let's fight." All of a sudden, the prehistoric man quickly raises his arms. And he hammered down the Son of Ogre to the ground. He is thinking, "I wanted to try it once. To take on a frontal attack." Retsu Kaio then commented, "So idiotic, right? A terrible presumption. A bad proposition?" Pickle then followed up with a double foot stomp. Then stomping Baki in the face repeatedly. It's the same action that Baki did in the beginning of their match. The Son of Ogre then thinks, "Ah. I get it now. He is really strong. Strong with no constraints. Even if I try to guard myself. Even though I am using an arm to block. He is still striking all of my vital points. Unparalleled human strength." Pickle managed to send Baki flying in the air with his extremely strong uppercut. "This is the 3rd time I have seen the ceiling today. Strength without limits. Ah. Speaking of strength. That man Biscuit Oliva. This scene. I would like to see. The Unchained versus the prehistoric man. I am certain that person would do it. A frontal attack. A fellowship of people with the same beliefs. Speaking of fights. That man watching from up there. His fist. He is the same. Hanayama Kaoru. Without any tricks. Head on. He would fight. Speaking of head on. From the back. There is no expression for that. Speaking of backs. The ogre. Hanma Yujiro. Both of their stances are like this. Ah. What would happen if both of these beasts fought each other? Although, what we are really interested in, what we really want to see is Hanma Baki. Just how are you going to stop this guy? What do you think of this chapter? Do you think Baki can still continue fighting Pickle without using any tricks? Comment down your opinion below. Special thanks to Stranger Dragons Prevail, Francois, The Real Zurvan, A Patreon of the Uts, Jacket, Johnny Might, JJF, OK, Vega Punk, Isom Harris, Awesome Swayable, Trond Becker, Will, Thomas West, Casey, Dead Fox 0606, John Vinovich, Ahmed Zoyer, Joshua Ash, Aiden, Mars Kane, Claudio Aguilera, Francisco Carrillo, Jaden Robinson, Carlos Rios, Reiner Braun, Tarek Abujaber, and Brennan. We really appreciate your help. If you want to support my channel, please subscribe to my Patreon, LR Xian. I will put a link in the description below. Our next video will be about Hanma Baki's deadliest technique, the Pickle Crusher. Stay tuned.